Hi, hello. Guys, are you
Hello.
ready?
Ready,
Wait a
ready.
minute.
Yes, yes.
A few
Ready.
minutes, please. A
Okay,
few
alright. If
minutes.
you are ready, you can start and don't forget to record.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, it should be recording now, I guess. Okay. Okay, ready? Okay. Whew. Ready. And one, two, three. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very pleasant day I bid to all. Today we of Group 7 will present to you a discussion or a forum with our topic of the day, which is: are people becoming more aware of the benefit of science and medicine, or are they becoming more oblivious? Now, me myself, let me introduce myself. I am Muhammad Azim Afka, and I am today's moderator. Now, I will be presenting to you all of our each and every one of our member of our panel today. First of all, we have Mr. Abdul Azim Benjani, who is a health blogger. Next, we have Dr. Muhammad Nordini bin Zaidi, who is, as you can infer yourself, is a doctor. Next, we have Mr. Muhammad Sharil bin Zulfatah, who is an advisor of Shopee. And last but not least, our final member of the panel today, we have Mr. Muhammad Shamil Azwa bin Azhar, who is a gym trainer. Now, moving back to our topic of today, are people becoming more aware of the benefits of science and medicine, or are they becoming more oblivious? Now, since it is a relatively long topic to discuss of, let me break it down into simple key points that we need to remember throughout this entire discussion, which are aware, which has the meanings of to have knowledge of, or needful, receptive, or informed. Next is the word benefit, which means something that is advantageous or good, which can also be synonymous with the word aid, asset, or perk. Next is the word oblivious, which is to be unmindful, unconscious, or unaware. And last but not least, science and medicine. And in particularly, we want to focus on science and medicine within the aspect of medicinal development, ailment treatment, and sickness prevention. Now, with that all out of the way, let me present to you our first panel of today to give out his thoughts on today's topic, which is Mr. Abdul Azim bin Jani. Please, sir, the floor
Okay.
is yours.
Okay. Is mic in good condition?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay. Thank you to the moderator for giving me a chance to express my opinion about our talk. Okay, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Abdul Azim Binjani. I am doing a healthy blogger. I like to do research more things about healthy, especially about traditional healthcare. I'm obsessed about how they do a traditional healthcare and sharing the tips about it. Okay, enough about me. Let's jump to our talk. As a healthy blogger, in my opinion, we should not trust 100% to science and medicine. To supporting my point, traditional medicine is better than science medicine. As we know, in science and medicine, they will use many type of chemical to make a medicine. It will be a risk to the some people that have an allergic to the medicine. For example, a G6PD patient. G6PD a illness that patients strictly allergic to some medicine. For some reason, it will make their red blood cell faded. I am telling this because I experienced it. Yes, I'm the one of the G6PD patient. If people like us accidentally consume wrong chemical, they will get serious side effect like serious heat hedge, pale skin, and dizziness. As compared to the traditional medicine, all things are related to herbal plant, fruits, and others, which is mean all the medicine is fresh and in the good quality. For the example, herbal tea. Herbal tea can improve your digestion and give you good metabolism. Science medicine is hard to get than traditional medicine. We only can get science medicine at nearby hospital, clinic, and pharmacy. Also, for some reason, science medicine is limited to some people like living out of town. They have to take a long way to get this science medicine, which is they don't know the availability about it. That's why traditional medicine is better. They don't need to hardly find a health solution since they have traditional medicine and traditional healthcare, which is freshly from natural resource. Next, traditional healthcare is famous among the people. Not only we know that traditional healthcare have been used since ancient, it is famous among mature people like our parents and grandparents. They believe if they keep practicing it, the traditional healthcare, they will keep them to always help. Okay. The traditional healthcare have been treated in generation to another generation until now, which is mean it was a solid evidence about the traditional healthcare is effective until now. Other than that, traditional healthcare is more affordable than science and medicine. It was already clear about this point that science and medicine will take a big amount since the technology improved and new system has been introduced to us. For the additional for the traditional healthcare, they don't need huge amounts since all the equipment mostly from nature. All stuff can be get on our natural resource. For example, in if we need herbal plants, we can get freshly from our nature. Traditional healthcare is easy to apply that we can do it in any places, which is help us if we have any emergency illness or accidentally injured. In my last sentence, for me, science and medicine is good, but we should not keep it away about traditional health since this thing has been used since ancestor until now. Thank you, moderator.
Okay, thank you, sir. That is very informative of you to share us all the benefits of traditional medicine as compared to our modern medicine and science itself. But I also want to hear the other opinions from our next panel, which is Mr. Muhammad Shamil Azwa bin Azhar, who is a gym trainer. Please, sir, enlighten us.
Okay, thanks to our moderator Azim Afkar. Hi guys, my name is Shamil Azwa. I'm a gym trainer as you know. And today I'm here to explain to all of you and give some information the importance of knowledge about healthy. Healthy stands for a positive concept that emphasizes the importance of social and individual resources for healthy in the same way as a physical ability. Many refer to individual resources as the greatest good and cannot imagine life without a healthy, right? However, attempt to determine healthy with a quick method task to achieve excessive limit can lead to a variety negative factors. Healthy is probably the most important and fundamental human virtue for a long and happy life. But if our method in take care and maintain our healthy without having some knowledge can be harmful to us. This is where the wrong process begins, such as taking a virus science medication that you do not know what the side effect to us and wrong way to organize our health care that can cause injury to our body. Okay, here we must take a note of everything in terms of health care process. For me as a gym trainer, I advise that we should focus on nutrient and healthy lifestyle before we choose to taking additional medication or we try to avoid to those things that not 100% promising a success. Here we can take some advice and the point of view from our healthy blogger Muhammad Azim, they say traditional medication is more better because it relates to herbal plants, food and others, and it is a situation that fresh, nutrient and good quality. We can take an example just like by looking at Asian people who were very concerned about health care and just adopt a natural way of life. They always prioritize health care before anything can affect their health. Moreover, in this case, us can also hold on the word prevention is better than cure. Without wasting time, we go through the two things to keep our healthy in an effective way. Firstly, we need to know the source of food that necessary for our body, and if we take an excessive quantities without knowing what our body needs, it can lead to the coming of virus disease and the healthy care process will not work correctly. So as a guide, we should refer to the nutrients pyramid system to practice a balanced diet. We might prioritize more the healthy food such as a vegetable, fruits, and others that contain many healthy nutrients for our daily diet. With this, we can form a healthy body by eating a variety of food that full of nutrients without feeling hungry all days. Besides that, let's know assume that the diet method is not eat less and starving throughout whole days such as a fasting, but must know the diet concept expecting in eating a healthy foods. Secondly, we must always keep a healthy lifestyle such as doing exercise once a day to keep our bodies always active and to get good stamina. Just do simple things such as jogging or walking every single day can keep your body maintain healthy. Before starting all the activity, we must do a little warm up to avoid injury while doing the activity. This method will be difficult for those who have obese and heavy weights problems. Don't worry, don't give up. It is because I have the same experience in the past and I able to overcome it with my problems. We must have the nature of the patience and have self-discipline to get the results. Every goal needs times and there are no shortcut for it. By focus in taking care of these two things, we're able to form a good healthy body while live with healthy lifestyle. In this term too, we also can create a healthy society by making an active new generation in our community. Last for me, keep your body active, stay safe, and everybody are not too late to try a healthy lifestyle. Hope my description can help you a little bit and can add something in your lifestyles. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Muhammad Shamil, as well. That is very informative, telling us that having a balanced diet, with having a balanced diet and have a healthy lifestyle, while incorporating both medical science and traditional medicine in the same time to be beneficial for our everyday lives. That is very informative and I'm very thankful that you shared those knowledge with us. Now, I would like to proceed and hear the thoughts and opinions regarding today's topic from our third panel of the day, Mr. Muhammad Shabir bin Azufata. Please, sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you for moderator to inviting me. Let me introduce myself. Myself is Muhammad Shahar bin Zulfata. As a supervisor, a big company, everyone know is Shopee, and I can give our voucher to to use when you shopping apps. Just kidding, okay? For for this topic, I have a few reasons why medicine is not effective. The firstly is the side effect. Do you know is everyone has no side effects. Side effects are usually those of unwanted secondary effects that occur in addition to the desired therapeutic effects of a particular drugs or medications. Side effects may be different for everyone depending on a person's disease conditions, age, weight, gender, ethnicity, and general health. Side effects can occur when starting, reducing, or increase the dose, or ending a medication or medication regimen. Side effects can also lead to non-adherence to prescribed treatments when the side effects of a drugs or medication are severe. The dose can be adjusted, or a second drugs can be prescribed. Lifestyle or dietary changes can also help minimize side effects. So the taking this medication cause bad effects. Taking this medication cause bad effect on my family until I lost them because of the medications they always took. And there were various complications of the effectiveness of taking the medication, causing me to lose many family members. So the taking a science medication gave impact for my feel when I lost my family. Okay, the situation got worse when I saw many of my family lost their life during the COVID-19 pandemic, where we were all forced to take a vaccine that still didn't know its effectiveness, so I had to take 3 doses. Yeah, I have a vaccine right now. So I am a not anti-vaccine. Yeah, but most previous vaccine take 5 years to see their effectiveness. There are also various types of vaccines whose effectiveness discriminates against recipients whose effects are different. The most significant increase in mortality was Sinovac vaccine recipients. The condition caused me to be cautious in accepting all medications involving a substance whose effectiveness was unknown. And moreover, do you know the main barrier? The main barrier to complaints is often the cost of medication given to patient. High cost can cause patients not to refill their medication at first, and they may crave that what they feel to extend their supply. Make sure the medications you are giving is on the patients have a insurance formulary to address this, and make sure and choosing and prescribing medication that's known to be on the discount list can reduce cost regardless of insurance. So taking medication involves of a very high cost, which is cause a financial stress. Do you know when take a medication is expensive, which like me lah. Like me is a low salary, so in I take a insurance for health for get a treatment, especially for my father has a high blood pressure. So high blood pressure medication is very expensive, and my mother is a diabetic person. She needs insulin medication, which is also expensive to use regularly. So when I listen about health bloggers is Ajim, I strongly agree with Ajim's statement that the use traditional medicine is very good and affordable. The content in traditional medicine is very nutritious with intake of a natural ingredient such as habatus sauda, ginger, aloe vera, herbal ginseng, and so on. In this regard, I clearly state that the cost of modern medicines is now very expensive for low income group like me. So this is my opinion about this topic. So thank you for inviting me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Muhammad Sharvil. I am so sorry to hear those news from you. You have my condolences regarding your family members. But unfortunately, before we make any final conclusions from today's discussion, I would like to hear the opinions and thoughts from our last and final panelist, which is Mr. Muhammad Nurdini bin Zaidi. Doctor, please.
Okay, thank you to our moderator Muhammad Azim for giving me this opportunity to share my thought on this topic. So first of all, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. So as told earlier, I am a doctor and my name is Dini. So let's get straight to the topic. I'll be talking about the reason and why people are becoming more aware of their health and meds that they take. So people are not aware of new threat, unknown diseases which are spreading. For example, the recent coronavirus outbreak, which is based on the new online archive by WHO. The first outbreak happened on 31st December 2019. So the first ever outbreak happened in Wuhan district and have been infected into a larger area, and people aren't aware of that virus is spreading through physical contact. People aren't used to the also SOP for a long time, which also make it harder to prevent the spread. So those who have been infected when travel abroad and work, then it makes the virus spread into even a larger scale. Even though the citizen is now aware of that and have been practicing good hygiene practices, this helps a lot and would make them safe from most virus, which includes those that we don't know in the future. So The next reason is that people are now starting to take vitamins and dietary supplies daily. There are an increase of people that are taking certain amounts of vitamins and dietary supplies to remain healthy. So I just want to state that I'm agree with what Azim said, that we should also rely on traditional meds, because diet and exercise are not always enough. Sometimes we need to take extra vitamin supplies. So based on research found that 65% of US consumers now seek for added functional benefits from foods and pills. So, some dietary supplies could improve health. For example, calcium and vitamin D would help in keeping our bones strong. They should also be seeking for guide from experts to make sure that they're taking it correctly based on their daily diet. Okay. The supplies are also capable of preventing more serious illness like maybe cancer, diabetes, and more. Okay, the last one, as they're taking the dietary supplies and meds, they also realize that certain meds give side effects, like what said by Shahril earlier. For example, vaccine shot would show some allergic reaction or symptom like constipation, drowsiness, and many more. People should be aware of themselves, knowing things that their body can handle or is sensitive to. Meds aren't made for everyone, like Shahril said. So some people might have negative effect on taking vaccine jabs. Some meds have side effects. For example, antidepressant pills would make you feel constipated and uneasy. So taking wrong meds or taking it at the wrong quantity would cause serious effect and might also cause death. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you, and back to our moderator.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Muhammadudini. Your information that you gave to us today is very informative, and I feel like for conclusion of today's discussion with our four panels, we can agree that there are pros and cons to using either traditional or modern medicine. But to answer the question of today, which is are people becoming more aware of the benefits of science and medicine, or are they becoming more oblivious? I think we can agree that people are becoming more aware of the benefits of science and medicine, and they are not oblivious, but some circumstances allows them to not believe as much in science and medicine as people would otherwise thought about it. And and before we end our session today, I do want to open for questions from our guests today, please. For any question, you can open up your mics, or you can type in the question into the chat box available. Okay, we have one question already. We have one question. We have a question from Azriel Izzat. I have some question. In your opinion, is traditional medicine more effective than science medicine, and why people prefer to take traditional medicine more than science medicine? Uh, Mr. Abdul Azim, I believe this question is for you. So may you
Okay.
answer it?
Okay. Thank you for the question. As compared to based on my point, that why people choosing more traditional medicine than science medicine, there are many factors about it, but I will make it simple. Uh, Most of point that I get is affordable. Right now, people will always think about cost for our health. So traditional way is best way for them to save their cost. Then it is affordable for them. And mostly traditional medicine is more used in out of country, which is like in our village macam tu.
Yeah, so to summarize what our panelists have
Okay, that's
already
all.
said before, yes, to summarize what he said before, in case of someone that lives in a rural area, using traditional medicine is a lot better because it's cheaper and it is the best alternative to compared to more modern medicine. I will assume that he believes that both traditional and modern medicine are effective, which I hope does answer the question. Both are effective. It's just that traditional medicine are more accessible for those who are living outside of the city area. Okay, so do we have any other questions from the guests from our audience? Okay. Seeing as there aren't any other questions from coming from our audiences, I would like to ask one question from our panelists. Oh, sorry. So I would like to ask Mr. I would like to ask who will be the lucky panelist today. I would like to ask Mr. Muhammad Shahri bin Zulfata. Okay, so say you said before that your family has been affected by these unfortunate events of side effects, and also they being very dependent on the drugs and medicine that they need to consume on the almost a daily basis. Now, on your father's end, with him having with his health condition, are there any notable changes that happen to him upon taking those medicines? For example, does he suddenly needs to change his diet, and does any change that happens to him upon taking those medicine change his lifestyle? So bottom line of the question is, does taking medicine any part in particular changes his lifestyle in any way?
Okay, thank you for that question. Yeah, of course. When it's my experience, yeah, when I saw my father and my mother take a lot of science medicines, is totally affect their lifestyle. Do you know lifestyle? And I saw this has a side effect. It's a big side effect when you take a side medicines, because do you know when you take a side medicine is a their ingredient is a like a have a kimia like a, do you know like do you have
A lot of chemical compounds in it.
chemical come and like like that is content is a have a kimia lah, you do know. So when you take this lot of medicines have a chemical ingredient, this is involve your body and the lifestyle. I saw my father is a blood pressure every day take a medicine blood pressure is not have a reduce but not totally. But let's say what Ajim statement, do not trust 100% science and medicines. Yeah. So I I hope that question that my answer uh, the answer is
Okay.
accepted.
Okay, it's fine. Thank you very much for sharing those little bit more of information with with our topic today. And I do believe that would be a good point to sign off our session for today. So I believe that this would be the end. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And have a pleasant day.